So hello everyone. In this video we will talk about the classification or the types of complexometric titrations. So there are basically four types of complexometric titrations: the direct titration, back titration, replacement titration, as well as the indirect titration. So now firstly let us begin with the direct titration. Okay, so in this type of titration, what happens that the sample solution of metal ion is titrated directly with the standard solution of EDTA using Eriochrome black tea as an indicator or any kind of suitable metal ion indicator. So what is happening that here is our conical flask. In that we will take our sample solution having the metal ions as well as the indicator, and that is directly titrated with our complexing agent. Okay, so this is the type of direct titration. This is a simple titration which we usually perform. So the examples of substances which are estimated by direct titration is magnesium carbonate, calcium carbonate and zinc chloride. These are some of the examples of substances which are estimated by direct titration. Now the next type of titration is the back titration. Okay, so the back titration. So in this type of titration, what happens that a known excess of standard solution of EDTA is added to the solution containing the analyte, and when the reaction is complete, the excess EDTA is back titrated to the end point using magnesium or zinc standard solution with Eriochrome black tea as an indicator. Okay, so basically what we are saying is that firstly, for example, here is our conical flask. In that we will take our sample which will have the analyte ion. Okay, and in that we will add excess solution of our EDTA. Okay, the first line says that a known excess standard solution of EDTA is added to this solution, and the amount of EDTA which has to react with the metal ions in the sample, it will react and some amount will remain free. Okay, there will be some free EDTA which will not react because EDTA is taken in excess. Okay, and then that EDTA is being again react titrated with the standard solution of zinc and magnesium, and by using some suitable indicator the endpoint is being determined. This is all we do in back titration. Okay, so this procedure is useful for determining the cations that form stable complexes with EDTA and for which there is no effective indicator, and it is also often used for those species of ions which react very slowly with EDTA. This is the use of back titration method. So examples of substances which can be estimated by back titration are aluminium hydroxide gel, dried aluminium hydroxide gel and alum. Okay, these are few examples. Now let us talk about the third type of complexometric titration, and that is the replacement titration. Okay, so this is the third type. So it is used when both the back and the direct titration is not possible because of poor endpoint. So in this what we do, that in this method the metal ion to be analyzed is added to metal EDTA complex. Okay, so this metal ion which is to be analyzed is different from the metal ion which is already in the metal EDTA complex. So for example, here is our any kind of beaker, and in this beaker we have taken the metal EDTA complex, and the metal ion which we have to analyze, we will add that metal ion into this metal EDTA complex, and this metal ion will replace the metal ion from this complex, and itself it will form a complex with the EDTA. If you do not understand this now, you will understand it in a few minutes when we will talk about an example. Okay, so now what happens that the analyte ion displaces the metal ion from the metal EDTA complex, and itself it forms a complex with the EDTA, and then the liberated metal ion is subsequently titrated with standard solution of EDTA. So this is, let us see an example in order to understand that how exactly the replacement titration works. Okay, so example is the determination of calcium salt. So what we do, we take standard volume of magnesium EDTA solution, and it that is added to calcium salt solution in a presence of buffer. Okay, so here I've written the equation for it, that standard solution of magnesium EDTA is taken in a calcium salt solution. Okay, so now what happens that the calcium displaces the magnesium ion and forms a stable complex with EDTA as calcium EDTA complex. Okay, so this calcium will displace the magnesium ion and it will form calcium EDTA complex, and the magnesium ions will be liberated. So that the displaced and the liberated magnesium ions are then titrated with standard solution of EDTA by using suitable metal ion indicator. So now these liberated magnesium ions, they are titrated with standard solution of EDTA to form magnesium EDTA complex by using a suitable indicator. Okay, so I hope with this example it is clear to you that how exactly the replacement titration works. In this, the metal EDTA complex is used to displace the other metal ion. Okay, so now let us talk about the fourth type of complexometric titration, which is the indirect titration. So in this, what happens that it is used, there are certain anions which they do not react with EDTA. So in order to determine those, we use this indirect titration. So in this method, what we do, that the anions is first precipitated with the metal cation, and then the precipitate is washed and boiled with an excess disodium EDTA solution to form the metal complex. This is how the indirect titration works. So the example is the barbiturates. Barbiturates are estimated by indirect titration method. So this was all in our classification for the complexometric titration. So if you like this video, please subscribe, and thank you for watching.